Hi friends, welcome to our YouTube channel. Today we have to discuss about C program for sum of digits of a given number. In the previous video we have to discuss about C program for printing the reverse of a given number. If anybody wants, please refer that video in my YouTube channel for better understanding that important program. Now we can go for C program for finding out the sum of digits of a given number. Suppose I am taking the number from the keyboard is 1234. Okay, so this is the given number. First we have to find out the individual digits of this number. We have to sum of these individual digits. What are the individual digits in that number? So 4 is one individual digit, 3 is one individual digit, 2 is one individual digit, 1 is another individual digits. After finding out the individual digits, we have to sum of these individual digits. 4 plus 3 plus 2 plus 1, that is equal to 10. Okay. First, how we are finding out the individual digits of a given number? So for that one, we are using the modulus operator. Okay, modulus operator. Modulus operator. So by using this modulus operator, we have to find out the individual digits of a given number. For example, so 1234 modulus operator 10. 1234 modulus operator 10. So that means, so 1234 is division with 10. It returns the remainder value. It returns the remainder value. So what is the remainder we are getting? So that is 4. So 4 is the remainder. Okay. Next, I am taking this number. Okay. 123 modulus operator 10. Okay. So 123 is division with 10. So 120. So we are getting the remainder 3. This value is 3. Next, I am taking this number. Okay. 12 division with 12 modulus operator 10 is equal to, so 10 divides with 12 one time, remainder value 2. So now this is 2 we are getting. Next, this number can be taken. So 1 modulus operator 10 is equal to, so 1 division with 10, 10 0 0, remainder 1. So remainder 1 we are getting. Next, this number can be taken. So 0, n greater than 0, 0 greater than 0, false. Until the quotient value 0, we are continue this process until this is called as quotient. This is called as quotient, quotient, quotient. So this procedure is repeated until quotient value 0. Okay. Whenever the quotient value is 0, we have to stop the procedure. Then what are the individual digits we are getting? First we are getting 4, next we are getting 2, next we are getting 2, next we are getting 1. So 4, 3, 2, 1. Once we are getting the individual digits, we have to find out the sum of those individual digits. We are getting the value 10. So this is the simple logic. Now we have to see the implementation of sum of digits of a given number program. I have already explained the logic of sum of digits of a given number. So here I am taking the three variables. First one is n. In that variable n, we are storing the given number. Initially, some value is equal to 0,
and R variable is nothing but store the remainder value. Okay. Now next one, printf, enter the n value. N value can be taken from the keyboard by using scanf function. So scanf %d double quotes n comma ampersand n. So here we are using the while loop condition. So here in the case of while loop, while n greater than 0, here the condition is if n value is greater than 0, so the statements within the body of the while loop are executed. What are the statements within the body of the while loop? R is equal to n modulus operator 10. So this statement returns the remainder value. This statement returns the remainder value. Once the remainder value we are getting, that value is added with the sum value. Okay. After that, so n value can be divided with 10. Okay. So these three statements are executed until the condition n greater than 0 becomes false. Once the condition n greater than 0 becomes false, the control goes to the next statement after the while loop. So after the while loop, only one statement is there. So printf, the sum of digits of the given number is %d slash n double quotes n comma sum. So finally, the sum of digits of the given number n is stored in the variable called sum. Okay. So then we are getting the result. So that result is stored in the variable called sum. Okay. Now get ch. Now we have to run the program. First we have to save the program with the sum.c file and compile the program. For compiling the program, we have to use Alt plus F9 command. So we are getting 0 errors and 0 warnings. We have to run the program. For running the program, Control plus F9 command is used. Enter the n value. I am giving 1234 from the keyboard. So what is the result we are getting? Sum of the digits of the given number is 10. So given number is 1234. So what are the individual digits? 1, 2, 3, 4. So we are getting the sum of these digits 1 plus 2 plus 3 plus 4 is equal to 10. Okay. Now, so this program is implemented with the while loop only. How this program is implemented with the for loop? Okay. So by observing this program, in this program there is no initialization, there is no increment or decrement. Okay. Generally, any loop we are taken, the loop contains three parts. First one is initialization, second one is test condition, third one is update statement. In the update statement, either increment or decrement statements are there. Sometimes initialization should not be there, sometimes increment or decrement should not be there, only condition is there. So in this program also only condition is there. That condition is n greater than 0, but there is no initialization and no increment or decrement operation. Okay. So now the same program can be implemented by using for loop. In the case of for loop also, if the initialization is not there, we have to put the empty space. If increment or decrement operation is not there, we have to put the empty space. Only test condition should be there in the for loop only. Now the same program can be implemented with the for loop. Okay. Now, so this is the program. In this program, total program is same, only while loop is replaced with the for loop. Here initialization is not there. We have to simply giving empty space in the place of initialization. Next, here there is no increment or decrement statement is there. So only we have to use empty space. Only text condition is there. So in the case of for loop, first we have to put the empty space, after that semicolon, after that condition, next semicolon, next we are giving empty space. Okay, so here the condition only is n greater than 0. If the condition n greater than 0 is true, then the statements within the body of the loop for loop are executed until becomes the condition n greater than 0 is false. If n greater than 0 condition is false, the control goes to the next statement after the for loop. Sum of digits of the given number is %d / n double quotes and comma sum. The sum value is printed. Now we have to compile and run the program. For compiling the program, we have to use the command Alt F9. So 0 errors and 0 warnings we are getting. Next, we have to run the program. For that one, we have to use Control F9, Control plus F9 command. So enter the n value. I am giving another number 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what are the individual digits? 3 is individual, 4 is individual, 5 is individual, 6 is individual digit. So we are getting the result 3 plus 4 plus 5 plus 6. 3 plus 4, 7, 7 plus 5, 12, 12 plus 6, 18. Okay, so Alt F5 we are pressing. So sum of the digits of the given number is 18. Okay, so sum of digits of a given number program is implemented with the for loop in C language. Okay, now the same program can be implemented with the do while loop also. Okay, in the case of do while loop, do body of the while loop, in the last while condition is checking. Okay, condition is checking at the end of the loop in the case of do while loop. Now, so this is the program. So here first to do, next one the body of the while loop, after that at the end, so we have to check the condition while n greater than 0. Here we have to put semicolon compulsory. Okay, do body of the while loop, after that after closing brace we have to write the condition while n greater than 0. Okay, if the condition is true, the body of the while loop is executed. Okay, but first time we have to execute the body of the do while loop, after that condition is checking. Okay, so for the second time onwards, if the condition is true, then the body of the do while loop executed, otherwise the body of the do while loop is not executed. Okay, now we have to compile and run the same program. Whatever the logic that is already explained, the same logic is also there. Okay, now we have to run the program. For compiling the program, first we have to use Alt plus F9 command. 0 errors, 0 warnings we are getting. Next we have to run the program. For running the program we have to use Control F9, enter the n value. I am giving another number 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, press enter. Next we have to write Alt F5. So 6 plus 7 plus 8 plus 9. So sum of digits of the given number is 30. What are the individual digits of the given number? 6, 7, 8, 9. Sum of those individual digits of the given number is 6, 7, 8, 9 is 30. So this is the program, sum of digits of a given number using do while loop. Okay, so most of the students, they can ask sum of digits of a given number using for loop and using do while loop. So most of the teachers tell that sum of digits of a given number is using only while loop, but how it is implemented using for loop, how it is implemented by using do while loop, they cannot tell. Okay, but in this video I already told using while loop, using do while loop, using for loop. Okay, So entire explanation you have to require. Please watch the previous video. I am explaining the logic. Okay. Thank you for watching this video. If you like this video, please click on the like button. If you have any doubts, please put your doubts in comment section. I will clarify your doubts. If you like this video, please subscribe my channel name Divvela Srinivasa Rao. So thank you one and all.